Good morning. You're tuned in to 5 a.m. Cinco affirmation music. 3. Look, I am a magnet. I am a money magnet. If I want it, I can have it. Imagination with some action. Law of attraction. What up? You got Cinco Smith at wealthyrapper.com. Wealthyrapper.com. If you haven't already visited that site and got your free video content on how, as a rapper, as an artist, you can create multiple streams of income even if you never get famous. So even if you never get a record deal, I highly recommend you go ahead and do that. Free valuable information. You might benefit from it. Now, what is this video about? It's all about you becoming a wealthy rapper by thinking different. A lot of times we enter the rap game or just music in general and we're only thinking about being famous, only thinking about getting to the bag from an angle of people streaming and knowing our music. But we're not thinking about it from a holistic standpoint of what all steps and phases are required in order to go to get to the bag, and by understanding that all of those phases that we're required to go through in order to get to the bag, there's some bags that we might be leaving along the way. Some bags we might not be picking up along the way. So I'm here to kind of wake you up, shake you up, and just say, hey, there's some other bags that you can get to along the way to getting to that bag. And even if you never get a record deal, even if you never get famous, you are on the verge of becoming a wealthy rapper. Hopefully that makes sense. But if not, by the end of this video, it should. Now, this is what I want you to understand. You see, rap is a big, or has a big effect on the culture and things that we do, things that we wear, things that we believe because of the certain things that we listen to in music. A lot of times we think we're thinking our own thoughts, but it might have been influenced by something that was pushed out in the form of music. That's good and bad. It's good because it has the benefit to empower someone or motivate someone or let a person know what they're capable of, even though they may have come from hard economic times. However, it can be bad because music can be used as a weapon due to the fact that a lot of times people are putting different things in music that's not it's a part of a certain agenda and has people acting in a way that they normally wouldn't, and it isn't as empowering to themselves. So with that being said, we have to be wise enough and smart enough to understand what's going on, think for ourselves, and figure out some things that other people may not be thinking. Think some thoughts that other people may not be thinking, and think for ourselves when you boil it all down. So I wanted to talk about a rate of return that I was able to get due to something that many people might not be paying attention to, or they might be overlooking because they're so busy focusing on the bag that they're dropping off or not touching some of the bags that are along the way because they're looking up here but missing out on some of the bags here. I get it as it relates to being focused, but don't be focused and naive at the same time, because what that does is cause you to lose out on things that could be benefiting you, and now you're taking ownership as it relates to being an artist. And that's what I really want artists to get in the habit of. How can I take ownership in not just my music and my master, which is great, and a lot of artists are gravitating towards that, but taking ownership in the industry that I am influencing, which is everything. So it's an industry that rappers have played a part in influencing, that I invested in, that allowed me to get the rate of return that you probably saw from the title of the video. Over 117% rate of return. And if you understand rates of return, then that's more than doubling your money. 100% rate of return is doubling your money. And anybody is interested in a double up. If you can spend a certain amount, spend 50, get 100, spend 100, get 200, spend 1,000, get 2,000, that's always a win. And we understand it when we think about it from the hustling angle. But a lot of times people don't understand it when it comes from the angle of investing. So I want you to get in the mindset of thinking about it from all angles. Now, what am I talking about that I invested in? Now, first, before I even say or complete what I'm going to say, let me throw out a little disclaimer. I am not financial advisor. I don't have a series 5, 6, 7, whatever it is that they're required, nor do I pose to be one, nor is what I'm saying should it be considered as financial advice. This is just something that I've done that I think could benefit someone else if they look into it, or if they look into some things similar to it and decide to do it on their own or do their due diligence, whatever they have to do in order to cover those bases. But don't take my random advice as something you must do right now. Now that we got that out of the way, what am I talking about? What is it that I invested in that allowed me to get 117% plus rate of return? And this was something that I invested in probably earlier this year. So, not too many months into the game. But the reason why I say it's influenced by rap is because once I say the name, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, everybody uses that, including me. And if you don't use it, then I'll make it available so you can click the link and use it, and you'll get some funds, and I'll be compensated as well if you use my link below. But if you are using it, then you might think, shame on me, I should have done this. Plus, this particular thing allows you to do it at ease. All right, now let's get it out the way because I know I've been speaking without saying what it is that I'm talking about. What am I talking about? Cash App. Now, the Cash App is a feature or a system, a money processing, a money exchange system that a lot of people use. It's very familiar, and a lot of people have rapped about it. And different people in the rap culture have talked about, send me the Cash App, or it's probably songs centered around Cash App, Cash App, Cash App. A lot of people talking about it, and a lot of artists use it, and you may very well use it in your business to sell merch or sell product or sell whatever it is, or just exchange money. In general, most people have a Cash App. And I say most, but a lot of people have a Cash App, especially people who are in our culture have a Cash App. Now, the fact of the matter is, because that's something that you might be using as an artist, something that many rappers or artists have talked about as if it's something that they're using, or if not, they're promoting it, or, pretty much making it popular to other people. What you got to understand is, don't just talk about it, know about it, use it, without looking to see if it's something that can be invested in. Now, I'm not telling you to go get it. Like I stated, I'm not a financial advisor. But to me, I was like, okay, it's enough people talking about using Cash App. It's enough young people using the Cash App to where I feel like it'll be around for a long time. So I was like, okay, let me look into Cash App. Come to find out, Cash App is owned by Square, which is a company that's been a payment processing company for some time now. So it's owned by Square, and Square's been around for a while. They have different forms of processing payments, sending invoices. Business owners use it for online transactions, and even storefronts use it for online transactions. So it's owned by Square, which is something that is pretty solid in terms of its quality of a company. And here it is, Cash App is something that they own. So in order to invest in Cash App, you have to understand who owns Cash App, because a lot of these companies that you may see and use may not be owned outright by that company, or it might just be a branch off of another company like Square. Cash App is a branch off of Square. So I looked into Square, and I decided, okay, let me go ahead and invest in Square. Very minimal cost to invest. Plus, what you got to understand is, now it's so easy to invest in stocks because a lot of companies allow you to buy partial shares. Now, that being said, since you can buy partial shares, it doesn't matter if you're investing with $5, $10, $100. Even if the stock itself costs more than that amount, the fact that you can buy partial shares allows you to benefit from the rate of return no matter what, because you get a rate of return based on the stock's performance. And that rate of return affects your money the same way as somebody who had a full share. So, what do I mean? If you invest $10 and the stock grew by 117%, like mine did, you still benefit from doubling that $5 that you invested. So your investment may have turned into $11, give or take. Or if you bought a full share, then your money, and say the full share was $100, then your money would have turned to $200. So yeah, that person who invested more got a higher dollar amount rate of return, but the percentage was the same. So don't feel bad if you have to start with a small amount, but if you can invest with a large amount, then consider it. And sometimes you can invest and buy stocks in bulk. But right now I'm talking about one specific stock. That was the Square, which fuels Cash App. So I felt like that was a good move for me to make. And I looked at it, I was like, 117% rate of return. Should have bought more, is what I was thinking. But I just want you to get in the habit of thinking about, what is it that you're using? What is it that is being promoted in our culture that a lot of other artists and rappers are using, but they don't have ownership in it? So now when you own part of what the culture is using, not only are you taking ownership of your career path, you're also taking ownership in the industry that's affected by your career path. Hopefully that makes sense. Just wanted to share a win that might also get you to think different and look around and see what it is that you're using and what is something that might be publicly traded, meaning that you can invest in it. And now you're able to take what you're already doing, have some ownership in something, and on your way to building your music career, you're also building your wealth. And that's the definition of being a wealthy rapper. Check out wealthyrapper.com and get that free resource so you can get access to what I have coming down the pipeline, or partner with the services that I currently have, so we can start taking your career to a different level from a different perspective other than just the music. That's all I got. Cinco Smith at cincosmith.com and wealthyrapper.com. Signing out. Salute. Hey, leave a comment down below if you like these type of videos of me sharing different companies that, you know, I've invested in that may be of benefit to you, or if you have any companies in particular that you think might be worth looking into and somebody in the comments may benefit from it, or I might look into it and benefit from it. Whatever you feel you want to share, please feel free to do so. Like, subscribe, share this video with somebody that you feel may benefit. Signing out. Salute.
I am a magnet. I am a money magnet. If I want it, I can have it. Imagination with some action. Law of attraction. I attract positive people, and positive people somehow be attracted to me. But I feed off of negative energy. Negative energy give me the power I need. Peace. You were never born to be mediocre. Worldwide well, tell me why you thinking local. You're greatness in the making. Amazing grace. Somebody bringing the vocals. Look, you were never born to settle when the world needs you right now more than ever. Just know that I'm God sent, bringing knowledge and hot spit. Somebody better go warn the devil. Hello.